What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Continuing with our Why with the Zodiac Signs Cheat series, today we cover Cancer. So let's get into it. What is Cancer? Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac. It's ruled by the moon. It relates to home life. Cancers value security. Anything that could provide them with a certain security. They're obviously, having a home is very important to them. And Cancer is also related to the fourth house, which is, also relates to one's inner psyche, okay, or early conditioning. Now, this is an interesting sign because it's one of those where people just assume Cancers are just softies or Cancers are just, emotional. I remember I did the most sexual signs, and I put Cancer within the top 6, and a lot of people were surprised, but you shouldn't be. Realistically, now I know all water signs are extremely sexual, and but yes, Cancer. Don't underestimate Cancer. So what would make a Cancer cheat? Well, I just told you that it relates to the fourth house, which also represents one's early conditioning and inner psyche. So what this person witnessed growing up is going to have a huge effect on, how they view relationships, but how they operate within relationships. So let's say we have a Cancer who was raised by their father. So maybe like their fourth house is very masculine. It's got like Leo on it or something, right? And they were raised by like a single father who's very much so a bachelor. And this Cancer witnessed the father, just have different women come and go. Different relationships and have women come and go. What happens is this child unconsciously is going to mirror this behavior. Although they may get into, a nice, secure relationship that provides them with the things that they need, something in them is going to want to seek more. They may not even understand it, but it's naturally going to be like, man, I know everything is good right now, but I'm kind of just not satisfied with what I have. And the inner psyche for Cancer also goes along with neediness. So this reason is partly the inner psyche and how needy the person is. So say that person witnessed that type of lifestyle growing up, that becomes a need for them. I need to have different partners around. Okay? Now, on the other side of the neediness, the Cancer person needs a lot of, I'm not going to say attention, that's more Leo. They need a lot of emotional reassurance. So if you're with someone who is a Cancer type and they don't open up to you much, chances are there's something wrong in the relationship. All right, they're either suppressing things that they want to share, or they have someone else to share that with. But Cancer really needs somewhere to put those emotions. So if this is not, if that type of scenario in a relationship isn't available for them, like I said, they're going to seek at other places. Now, for anybody, male or female, if your partner, your Cancer or whatever, values romance, right? If you're not doing the things like romance, cuddling, just little sweet things around the house, this is affecting the Cancer's needs and ultimately them feeling secure with you. So the person who comes along that can do this for them has a chance of creating the affair. Now, for the Cancer, it really happens like this. Because on one side, the Cancer will settle for the security, right? Maybe in a material sense, like, okay, this person, I live with this person, they pay the bills, okay? But they'll settle in that aspect and won't open up and know that their emotions aren't, being filtered and expressed. And what happens is there's gonna come someone along who really likes this Cancer person and does all the things like courting them. Okay? So you know how like in a relationship you do all these things in the beginning and then you kinda relax into it, you get comfortable. Getting comfortable will lead a Cancer to step out. If you're not, asking them how you feel. And these are people that, you need to read. They're very easy to read in the sense of their body language because their emotions, whatever's going on inside is gonna show on the outside. And ultimately, you'll know. So, one of the major things that'll make them cheat is their neediness. Their neediness to express their emotions or, have some type of intimacy. Okay? Next reason a Cancer would cheat, and this is why I said people underestimate them. Cancers can be very petty and they can be very vengeful. So what can cause a Cancer to cheat is just erratic emotions. Say you guys have an argument. I don't want anyone to take this literal, but what I'm saying is it's certain things that maybe say it's a Gemini or Aquarius with a Cancer, and there's a verbal altercation and that air sign wins and they just move on and think I said what I needed to say and that's that. Cancer's holding on to that. Cancer also relates to the past. So anytime they've been hurt, anytime they've been wrong, they hold on to it and they seek to get revenge in a way. So many times, you'll find a Cancer sleeping with a family member, sleeping with a best friend because they know they want to get you in the place where you got them. And this will be a theme for water signs that we'll see. But I just had to point that out because people don't expect that from the Cancer. So I would just say this. If you're with a Cancer, always make sure you apologize. Don't tend to think, oh, it's all good, they'll get over it. Because water signs tend to hold on to shit. Alright? Next reason a Cancer would cheat. And this one is funny. And it's something that has been brought to my attention. And I'm like, okay, that makes mad sense though. And this is going to go more so in the sense of Venus and maybe a Mars in Cancer. So let me just speak on this Mars in Cancer. So Mars is debilitated in Cancer, right? And it's like Mars is natural masculine energy. So whether placed in a male or a female, it wants to express itself a certain way. But being in Cancer is forced to be filtered through that Cancer energy, which relates to, motherhood and the feminine, right? So what you'll find a lot of times is that women with Mars in Cancer, even if they're not full-fledged lesbian, have a very strong chance of having a bisexual experience within their life. And, when you look at it, Mars in Cancer is very easily turned on. Remember, Mars is a malefic. So in this sense, Mars is going to cause mischief in whatever way it sees fit. It's naturally attracted to women. And in a woman, that attraction isn't dormant. So what can happen is, say there's a more aggressive, what we will call, a butchy lesbian. They would approach this Cancer type female and it could start as a friendship, but that more masculine or butchy lesbian has the ability to seduce the hell out of the Mars in Cancer. So this, and mind you, this is something, you know, I've observed and it's been confirmed. So that is a huge thing that could make a Cancer cheat. And lastly, this speaks more so for the Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, if you say you're in your early 20s, you know, and you know, you still live with your parents and things like that, and you're dating someone who's Cancer heavy or with a very strong Venus in Cancer, it's best that you have your own space in order for that relationship to go well. If you're in like I said, if you're in a situation where you're still living at your parents' house and you don't have your own space even within there, that person with Venus in Cancer is going to be turned off. They're not going to feel secure within this relationship. Water signs especially look for their relationships as an escape. So, you know, a Venus in Cancer would love a partner where they could leave their home and go to yours and still feel at home. So when that isn't provided, right? When that isn't provided and someone else can provide it, you know, a chance of an affair can open up. Alright? So guys, this is my interpretation, or this is my video on why a Cancer would cheat. If you need a reading, feel free to email me. Until next time, peace.